tier 2, a tier 1, tier 2 tower top, right? You can easily take those. And that should put your gold up to about 12, 13k lead. Then maybe you can look towards a Roche. You haven't really got any lifesteal. You could tank up a Polaris at the front. And of course, as we know, Firestorm's so powerful against Roshan because it does burn him at a percentage of HP. It'd be kind of interesting, wouldn't it, to actually see if they introduced, instead of like the level 25 Pit of Malice. Imagine if you got extra percent on health burned. Oh, let's clip on Medusa. That's not the one they want though. It's a hard target, especially with the Blade Mail now up as well. And you can feel the frantic panic of Medusa. When she builds a Blade Mail, you know she's in a little bit of trouble. Nyx, Vendetta up. Wants something, but Sun Game, and they're not coming out from under their towers. They're hiding deep. They're gulping hard. Actually, Nyx almost having the Blink Dagger online, so not doing too bad at all. Looks like Side of Sun just staying really tight right now. They know that Rock wants something. Oh, the Banish in. Looks like there's a roll through. They actually find the kill to Nyx as he was invis there. They spotted him out, but now Medusa, she goes to the Stone Gaze. Actually will manage to just about get it off, but will die still nonetheless. There's a Disruption to save the Outward Devourer, and now Blink away. Polaris going to look for the TP out. Should be able to make it, and the ultimate from Luna just killing off the Earth Spirit and the Jakiro. They will actually get the Underlord in return. Razor hitting for extra 175 damage right now, but Luna, she wants to go OD as well. Looks like they'll get the kill to Razor. Wanda, keep him alive. Nice Ice Path coming out from Jakiro after the buyback on MRR. And they will still find the kill to Razor as MRR isn't able to save him from the Meteor blinking in. And actually, they do spot out Centaur as well. This could be a big problem. He has no way out of this. He's already used Stampede. Can't even reach his target to go for a stomp. And Rock coming out again with big kills. Gold exchange. Almost 2k swinging in their favor again as they force a buyback and essentially wipe the side of Sun Gaming, only affording them an Underlord and a Nyx, by the way, that had died at the beginning of the fight anyway. The Rock really starting to assert their dominance here. And this is becoming a real serious problem. OD just getting some big items. Go for the BKB next. Luna farming up fantastic. Has the Manta now. Can dodge out some annoying spells. Not to mention, of course, that Ag's just still doing so much work. And with the level 3 ultimate now, hey, caramba, you can start to feel it. I mean, she's only 2 levels off having the Lucent Beam damage as well. And that is going to be scary as well. When you think about the potential damage she's putting out in a fight right now as we speak, that extra 100 damage on Lucent Beam is going to be felt. 400 and 18 hits basically, plus probably one Lucent Beam you can throw out between that. I mean, if they find a good fight here away from a creep wave, they could easily wipe half Sun Gaming with just a Lunar ult. Depending on how they bounce, of course. If most of them go on Razor and Medusa, maybe get 2. But Medusa definitely won't last long against an Eclipse. And Rock, they're finally looking towards those tier 1 and tier 2 top we were talking about. They want to get their hands on it quickly. Nyx snooping around, looking for something, but YP, he's going to walk into nothing at all. In fact, most of Sun Game's lineup is in the bot lane right now. Spirit just trying to push in this tower. Looks like it's going to be a trade as Rock are heading for the top one. Problem is, Rock pushed so much quicker. Blitzed by both teams as they play it out there. Nyx not able to actually snipe out the Goro in the end. Don't think he actually got spotted out by the sentry either. Ice is lingering behind the side of Rock right now, but he can't really initiate on this. He has, of course, got his blink, as we saw last fight, not able to really use it. He's going for a Pipe of Insight next, and wants the Blade Mail eventually, of course. But look how quickly Rock pushed. Despite the fact that you've stopped off the Ags, your damage is still pretty high. Luna hit for over 200 damage, and at quite the attack speed. They'll claim that tier 2 before the side of Sun Gaming can even touch the tier 2 of Rock. And oh no, Nyx in a lot of trouble here. Gets stunned up in place. Mana burn, not really got much to work with. The Urn going to make sure he can't really escape here. He can't roll out, and there's a Jakiro throwing down everything. But MLRI dead as well. Double kill for Meteor as he cleans up both the supports of Sun Gaming here. And with that, up to another 24 int stolen. Only temporarily, of course. This isn't a silencer scenario. But I wonder if they're going to go for Roche soon. Like, really, 2 dead. Perfect kills to get, forced you to go for Roche. The only one you're worried about now is the Centaur. If you maybe get the Centaur, I can imagine them going then. Problem is, Luna's busy pushing in bot. Luna, very hard kill for the Razor to actually run down. He has a slight movement advantage naturally, plus the face boots. He should be able to keep distance with her. But the problem is, when she's got clips, you can't afford to go on her, especially alone. I mean, Razor has got the BKB is the thing. And that's what we wait for. That's why you're going to see Jintoki just play defensively here. He knows if he goes forward and gets caught out like that, he's as good as dead. Actually, the pain that Centaur feels right now as he can't even deal with Hitagi. Oh no, there's the ultimate coming in. Nice. 4-stuff away by Hitagi. Will mock the Centaur. Ice Ice is going for more. The problem is there's a return in. Nice Yakira ult coming down past the Ice Bar, but nice stun by Nyx. Gonna spike Carapace up in a lot of trouble. Can he blink away? No, they attack him just before he can. They can't find the Ice Ice kill. No one else there to assist. OD on his way, but too far off. And Sun Gaming. Well, that's vengeance for the 2 supports you claimed earlier, they say. And such quick picks as well. Rock, they're going to have to go on the defensive for at least a minute here. Just recoup and keep farming. You're down 2 heroes. Your Luna still has to get that BKB. Actually, she has the money for it now. After this, I wonder if she'll look towards a Satanic, maybe? I feel like once you've got your hands on your BKB, Satanic pretty much rounds you out nicely. And then, of course, you can look towards something like a Butterfly. Finalize it. Looks like, was it? I just heard a Blade Mail randomly. Oh yeah, it looks like Medusa had a premature ejaculation with a Blade Mail. Good job, Faded. Smoke coming out from Sun. They're going to try and move on this quickly. They did see the Luna, but looks like a TP in Nyx will interrupt them a little bit here. Oh no, they spot out the smoke, and there's a Dust Revelation, but now they jump straight in. YP with a blinking to get Jakiro. Nice Glimmer Cape, but they stick down the sentry. They're ready to rock. They're ready to roll. Neymar are about to run out of time with that Glimmer Cape. Will die off. And Underlord, he arrived as well. They're jumping down towards the Centaur. Can they make it in time? No, they can. They get the banish. He's in a lot of trouble here. The Firestorm going to bounce down as well. The Ruin plays the stun. He has no mana to work with. He has no life left. Dominating on Meteor now. Just getting so many kills across the board. Already accounting for 9 of the kills that have occurred of the 24. And they smoke up instantly and go on the hunt for more. Slightly buggy graphic effect. I don't know what the hell's going on there, but I think they'll push for this tier 2 bot. That's the only tower remaining for the side of Sun Gaming outside the base. And in fact, OD just going to go back alone to maybe Roche. Are they going for the Roche here? No, they're going for the sniper on the Medusa. They want to... Oh, the stun! Just the tip! Oh, Meteor's going to be like, what the hell was that? Oh, they find the Razor though. This could be bad. They've got the Lunar ult still. They'll force the BKB and they'll just kite him out. The Purge is slowing him down so much. You might be fast, Razor, but you don't look it right now. And Dusa does use the gaze to force him away, but Nyx is at the ready. Use the spike. Carapace just burning through Razor. There's the ultimate come through, but no, they misplace it. They use these Sand Eclipse as well just to get rid of that Razor. That's 2 big ultimates on cooldown. And while that's happening, Underlord's still pushing bot. He didn't even stop. And actually, it looks like now I can imagine Rock probably going to go for the Roche bit. Underlord's pushing the bot lane. They pushed in the top lane somewhat to a degree. But they kind of skipped the creeps a little bit, but still no Roche. This is a really interesting choice. Maybe they just don't feel they need it on the side of Rock, but no, they do. They're actually going for it now. And I'd imagine they're going to stick this on Jintoki or the OD. I don't think OD has any interest. Meteor's happy to just go ahead and actually go straight on Meteor. MMR scares the crap out of him. Meteor just really scary at this point. I mean, hits are about 150 naturally anyway. Plus the fact he's got 2.5k HP and a BKB. They will stick the Aegis on Meteor in the end. Jintoki happy not to have it. Even though Jintoki technically has left health, he does have a lot more armor. And of course, he has the Manta Dodge as well as the BKB. Plus, you really want to lead with Meteor, if anything. Because of course, you do have access to the Eclipse, which you can throw on top of OD there. Being OD. Oh, looks like Nyx found a juicy target at the center on the bot lane. Could be in a lot of trouble here. They're going to blink forward. No, he gets the Stampede off, but he doesn't really have much mana work with Big One. But the Banish in the end, that's going to stop him from escaping. Ice Ice out of mana and out of time and out of luck as he dies off there. Again, another hero wiped down that same location. It seems like it's just a cursed tower. Every time Sun try and touch this tier 2 bottom, they die. And it's painful. But now Meteor is going to push in the bot lane. It looks like Luna's going to keep the mid pushed in. They're going to probably look towards the racks now. They have a 17k net worth lead at this point. They are escalating quite fast. This is getting quite ridiculous. And Sun, I mean, you can already see how paranoid they are. They're just lingering in base. They don't even want to try and walk out. They know how easily they get ganked at this point. I mean, even if Medusa managed to use the gaze to stay alive, she doesn't have TP available, and she can easily die off as a result of doing that. Because once gaze is down, and you've got no backup, you can't fully utilize it to get the kills, and that leaves you completely vulnerable for the rest of the duration that's on cooldown. Of course, is a Slightly noticeable 90 seconds. Razor actually Razor's pushing out. Has the Senge and Yash, has the BKB. Hence why he's not really that scared. Nyx does spot him out though. We'll hang around near him, I think, for the time being at least. Meanwhile, on the top, he might look to push in. I think Nyx is actually looking for the interruption on any TP out attempt by Razor. OD on his way now. And Unload did just TP in. Razor's going to go for TP out. YP interrupting though. Oh no. You know, he screwed up. He didn't use the Impale. Oh, what a missed opportunity. He tried to use the Spike Carapace to get the interruption with the passive, but not good enough. And now Luna, she's in trouble in the mid lane. Has the BKB, but she will actually use it in the end. Can't dodge out the Razor issue though. And they pay for a big mistake there, as they lose both the Luna and the Shadow Demon off the back of failing to get that kill on the Razor. And they're going to be kicking themselves for that. Big mistake by YP. I know what he was intending to do there. Like I said, it was with the Razor, with his new passive, with Unstable Current, it does attack things, you know, on a cooldown, on a 5-second interval, right? So he was looking for the Spike Carapace to trigger that. The problem was he spiked Carapace too late. And as soon as he done that, he didn't realize until about half second later where he tried to impale. And that's exactly why Razor got out alive. So in theory, good plan, but I mean, I don't even think he needed to do that. They could have still killed him if he just outright impaled. With Meteor just around the corner, having so much damage coming out with those Arcane Orbs, they would have killed him. So costly mistake. That will buy Sun a little bit of time here they really need. In fact, look at the gold swinging down to 14k from about 16, 17k before. So not only time, but money being bought as well, which is an odd statement to even say in the first place. Akiro, he will TP out. Nyx wastes his opportunity. Nope. Oh, the blink, just missing the opportunity there. Close, but no cigar. The thing is, despite the kills they find, Sun are still being very reluctant here for good reason. They know that this Outward Devour does a lot of damage and they can't handle it as it stands. Not to mention, as soon as Luna's up, because of course she's got the Agnums, you're always going to be scared of what can come. And oh, Polaris squaring up on the front line. Oh, they turn around to Razor. He can't actually hang here for too long. BKB will stop Meteor from doing much damage. Polaris is going to force stuff away. Now they turn on to Outward Devour. Meteor ready to rock and roll. BKB's up. Goes in for it. Actually moving away. But Luna doing a lot of damage to the Razor. He's barely alive. Medusa turn around to fight, but she's in a lot of trouble here. Nyx goes to stun, misses, does do the mana burn. Got it down to half mana right now. Jitoki, he's being melt moded a little bit here. Needs to move away quickly. Can't do so. Nyx gonna invis and spike Carapace away. Nice Sanity's Eclipse though, coming out. Monster kill for the OD. They find the Jakira as well, chasing on the more. Only the Earth Spirit and the Nyx tries to get the Earth Spirit with a stun. Misses it, does actually help the Centaur. They'll take that kill instead though. Earth Spirit barely escaping. Triple kill, godlike spree. And they'll say thank you very much as Nyx gets himself a wonderful gem for free, as well as 4 kills for his team. And now they can push in this mid lane. They've still got the Aegis on Meteor, by the way, because they couldn't do anything about that. They forced the buybacks. He could still fight here. No, Aegis getting reclaimed of the Astral Prison at the same time being, but Ice at the ready with the stun double edge. He needs to get out of here quickly, but he can't. He doesn't have the Hurricane Pike. He needs to walk away. His team will cover him. Nice blocks coming out. Polaris can actually smash into Earth Spirit so hard with the help of Meteor. Another kill for them. 52 installed on OD right now. You can't mess with this guy. And you can see it from their position. They know this is the truth. As soon as they get close to him, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. A nice attempt by Nyx there to get involved on that snake with the Spike Carapace. They will at least get the tier 3 before leaving by the looks of it at this rate. OD goes in for more. BKB forced on Medusa. Rue will control Centaur for the time being. No Stampede available, of course. And the barbecue gets slapped down. But Shakira, what the hell are you cooking tonight? Because I don't see anything on the grill. Oh, double stun by Centaur, but the Spike Carapace interrupts as well. There's the Stone Gaze. Polaris and YP going to walk away. Buyback on Earth Spirit. Needs to move quickly. Going to look for Underlord, who has actually frozen himself up. Nyx, used up in place, held down. Has got the Spike Carapace. Going to need to use it quickly. Needs to move away with the Vendetta, but look at that. They get the Shadow Demon kill in the mid lane with a Razor, and they will turn around to find the Nyx as well. Polaris trying to hang around and help, just trying to melt down the opponent team slowly, but they're not interested in him. They get their gem back. Did they actually bring the gem back, or did they lose the gem? I think they lost it. Who picked up the gem? No one by the looks of it. Oh, no. Underlord did grab it in the end. They didn't want to hang around and Try and take that from him. I mean, in fairness, Polaris is ridiculously tanky at this point. He's got the pipe, he's got the Guardian Greaves, and he's got Vanguard as well. Not to mention the Solar Crest, just for the evasion being wonderful also. And line. And Rock's up against a 17k net worth lead. They didn't manage to get that tier 3 mid. They got pretty close. They burned off 1,000 health from it. But he said it before, this is the issue with Devourer. You need someone else there pushing because our Devourer does not push well. He's all about going for heroes. He's all about snowballing off heroes. As soon as you tell him to push a lane, he's going to look at his damage, going to look at his attack speed and go, well, I sort of do it. You know, not anywhere near as well as this Luna, for example, who does have a butterfly now. And I got up help in the mid lane, and they're going to get the static link still. There's the Luna ult coming through, doing a lot of damage. BK beat up. She wants to fight, but she needs some backup real quick. Nick's on his way. Stone Gate thrown out. They're going to find the kill onto Targi as well. Now is here. 122 damage stolen with static link, about to run out. The dust won't actually spot anyone, as Nyx did move away. Our Devourer is needed here. Does have the Sanity's clips, but yeah, hard job melting through the heroes quick enough. In fact, he chooses to split push. Stands there and goes, I choose you, split pusher. Oh, split pusher. That will force them to at least come back and acknowledge the fact there is a slight creep wave push. And I mean, that's a little reminder though for Rock. They haven't quite won this game yet, right? Like, they've still got some way to go. And they're going to feel the pain there. Well, that was the 8-second BKB, as well as the Rock being on cooldown. Won't be too long until ult's off cooldown though. And only 40 seconds left. And Roche is up in about 2 minutes. They might want to wait for that. Sun Gaming. And actually, it looks like Our Devourer going for the Assault Cuirass here. Almost halfway there. Oh, sorry, no, past halfway, because he's already got the Hyperstone. Doing pretty well in that regard. And actually, if you look at the top of the net worth, it's actually the Luna and the Outer Devourer right now. Medusa somewhat catching up, and the Rays are stabilizing with the Medusa, but your big issue here is the Luna is farming like crazy, right? If you don't stop this, you're eventually going to reach a point where you can't do it. And she's going for the MKB next, and I can run with the attack speed plus the extra potential damage that she's going to put out. It's going to be hella scary. I think she's actually... No, I think she's going to go for the lifesteal at level 25 instead of the Eclipse, loosen the mini-stun. I mean, it looks like she's going to get the inbuilt. 25 is a lot of lifesteal, so it's not too bad. Of course, not as effective as Satanic, but when you've got the other items online, yeah, you do pretty well. OD himself, after he gets the Assault Cuirass, probably going to finish off the Boots of Travel. Nothing else to really change there. As for the Underlord, well, he's pretty much there as well. Maybe go for an Abyssal next. But he's got the Guardian Greaves, he's got Yules now as well. Yules afterwards, but oh, they forced the BKB out with the Medusa. They're using the Stampede, but look how little damage they do to the Polaris here. BT Fader just doesn't have enough damage despite hitting for 230 actually. You'd think that would count for more here, but Underlord just looks at it and shrugs. The evasion chance and the fact that he can deal with magic damage effectively with the Pipe of Insight. Local and Sun though, I think they finally want to move this bot tower. The problem is Rock already in position, smoked up and moving to this top lane. The pings come out. Oh, they spot out the ward top. Might want to get rid of it. Who's waiting to see if they can actually bait someone in first. And how do you guys feel about Lunar Illusions? I don't think the Sun Gaming base is going to feel pretty good about them. Oh, Ice Ice, he jumps in prematurely, does the stop. He's taking a lot of damage from Meteor there, barely surviving in fact, as he goes down to about a third of his health. The Meteor says, thank you very much for the 20 instill. Meteor by and I'm not really surprised there. He'll allow him to sustain himself pretty nicely, especially with the BKB. But I don't think they want to push in still. They're kind of reluctant. Maybe go get themselves an Aegis first. They've got 2 towers, 2 tier 3s down to about half HP as it stands. Or possibly even go for the Roche. I think they want to get an entrance kill before they do so is the problem here. I mean, sure, you know, you've got the hoof stomp from the center is the big concern, I guess, but other than that, not too much coming up for some game can interrupt other than Shakira ult, but at the same time, that Shakira ult does so much damage. That's why they don't want to go. I think if they get Shakira, they go for the Roche, right? Like, Jakiro's Liquid Fire and Macropire just do so much damage. It's insane. Oh, jump in straight away on the Medusa though. She's dying so quickly, she can't do anything. She's out of mana and out of life. BKB proc just at the end. That's 110 seconds dead for her, as she did buyback recently and doesn't have buyback for another 40 seconds anyway. And she will have available at that point, but They're going to easily be able to get a tower out of this. And there's a jump in, straight on down the lob. But there's a stun. Counter stun coming at center. Sandy's Clips goes on. Doesn't do much damage to the Razor. Will force our Spirit to roll away to safety. But looks like they want to back up here. They're not actually committing to it still. Send in the Lunar Illusions. Let them do the work, right? Let them do the hard lifting. Luna just hang back. Doesn't have Roll available for another 100 seconds because she did use it to get that Medusa kill. Nice stun onto the Jakiro. Glimmer Cape will save his life for time being. The room plays the Frisbee just bouncing. And this is why you don't let a Luna in your base. They're already taking the racks in the mid lane. They'll head straight towards the top. They're going to multiply the Luna problem by a factor of 5 back by Dusa. She finally has it available. But, I mean, the damage is done, right? You already lost the mid lane and taking a decent chunk of damage to your top as you lose the tier 3. Now you're going to always be on watch. So what they have to do is just create illusions and send them in. Look at this. The army goes in straight away. There's the hoof stomp to slow them down. Because they know it's not the real one, but they know there's a problem. So they'll just keep doing this to the base. And actually, they keep going for the melee racks, interesting enough. Static Link won't actually grab much of Polaris there. There's a jump in by Meteor once more here. MRI Haste Rune. That's got Blink in 2 seconds. And these Lunar Illusions. Oh my god, Jakiro almost dead. We'll actually get the kill. No, the final Frisbee won't be enough, but there's a Stampede going in. Razor trying the front line. It's BKB does. The Glazer still bouncing. GG called by Sun Gaming. Rock take game 2 as well. And it looks like Rock will be proceeding through to the semi-finals here as Sun Gaming tap out. Handled by Rock. I gotta give it to him. The OD did exactly what he needed to do. Scared the crap out of everyone. Had to keep him at bay. The Hurricane Pike, great usage coming out of it. The choice to actually go for the Aghanim Scepter on the Luna was a fantastic choice. You actually can't take anything that was actually the right choice with Jintoki. And then, of course, you just use the casual combo of the Disruption with the Luna. ET Fader go in that mid lane. As soon as he turned up, they weren't hesitant. They threw out the Eclipse. They melted him quickly. By the time he brought back, he'd already lost one lane. And, well, by then, the gold lead was just getting way too much. So, 2-0 victory over the side of Sun Gaming. Sun Gaming will get a chance to redeem themselves. So, don't worry, Sun Gamer fans. They will be coming back to this in low bracket games. I'm trying to watch and eHome, who are playing later today in about 2.5 hours, I believe it is. Was it one? No, it's 1.5 hour. No, 1 hour. Math. How do I math? One easy way to find out. There you go, 10:30. So you've got an hour's time, guys. Make sure you're back here. You won't want to miss it. Till then, I'm Killer Pigeon, signing out. Sayonara!
Turn around, cats got their hands out, want something from it. I ain't got it, so you can't get it. Let's leave it at that, cause I ain't with it. Hit it with full strength. I'm a jail nigga, so I face the world like a girl in the door plan. You against me against you. Whatever, whenever, nigga, fuck you gon' do.
Stop. Pajama time. Come here, little kitties, on my lap. Guess who's back with a brand new rap? And I don't mean rap as in a new case of child molestation accusation. No worries, what else could I possibly do to make noise? I done touched on everything but little boys. 낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자. 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자. 밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자. 그런 반전 있는 여자. Go show, it's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip a party like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give up, it's not your birthday. Go party in the club, bottle full of booze. My mind got what you need if you need to feel the buzz. I'm in the having sex, I ain't in the making love. So come give me a hug, you be in the getting love. Give a little poke, it's okay.
G-A-E-E-M-A-N.
Get out the way. Go show, it's your birthday. I need
all the times.
Our edge, don't you know? Forgotten is the life we live now. Seems you're talking about whiskey. The peaceful times of a May as bright can look back. The road that can back. So once again, I'm hiding in my room. The peaceful times of a May as bright. So you can fly, you never try. You told me how long ago, more than ever to you. It was like a nightmare that stayed for me. Don't stop my
friends, our life is so short. Don't fall in like the heroes. I wanna be brave like you. From my heart, don't fall in like the heroes. Oh, give me your strength. Our life is so short. So be brave like you. Can't look back, it will not come back. Can be afraid, it's time after time. So once again, I'm hiding in my room. The peaceful times of me as bright. So you can fly, you never try. You told me long ago, but you left all a time again. So more than ever it's real. It was like a nightmare, it's painful me, 'cause nobody want to die too fast. Remember day was green and it's strange for me. I could see your face, I could hear your voice. Remember day was mad and it's painful me, 'cause nobody wants to die too fast. Remember day was green and it's painful me. I could see your face, I could hear your voice. It was like a nightmare that is painful me, 'cause nobody wants to die too fast. Remember day was green, now it's changed for me. I can see your face, I can hear your voice. Remember day was mad and it's painful me, 'cause day was green and it's painful me. I can see your face, I can hear your voice.
Det är det enda ni gör på dagarna. Ni sitter i det där ventrilo och spelar Dota.
Vi sitter här i
Have one on the house.
Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota.
I hear you, man.
Dota.
I feel you, man. be happy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Prodota Cup Series Playoffs China. I am your ever faithful companion and caster, Killer Pigeon, and we are back with a nice big juicy match between eHome and PPX. This is of course one of the lower bout. eHome of course did lose to Rock.Y in the upper bracket, and PPX also looking to get back at Sun Game for some vengeance, which should they actually succeed will go up against them. Hope can actually take that opportunity away from them here. So far, we're seeing some pretty standard bans. The ones we've been seeing more or less the entire tournament, really. The Omni Knight being banned out, the Night Stalker being banned out because it practically gets picked every time it's not banned. Tusk, another one, so slap that up and slap them down. Actually, after the Razor ban, we're going to see the first pick of Ogre Magi, so PPX leave themselves pretty flexible on what kind of carry they want to take. The movement speed and attack speed granted by Ogre can't be underestimated, and you know what? Okay, good. So, first pick from eHome is going to be Enchantress, immediately straight in with the Clockwork pick after that. Now, I'm starting to think they might be looking towards the Shadow Fiend here. Of course, Shadow Fiend is one of Chicken's more signature heroes, and honestly, Shadow Fiend quite the strong pick at the moment. I'd be interested to see if PPX reads that and just bans it out, if they're going to allow it to go through. I think they can confidently take it. PPX need to secure another hero. I'm feeling like they're maybe going to go for a core. Yep, they're going to go for the Mirana. Now, this can be played as core or roaming. I feel like they're probably gravitating towards it as a core. And that was a very odd face to pull. Mirana's... What kind of face is that? I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. Weird. And now, no surprise there that they picked the Enchantress after that. PPX is going to want to respond with something that can actually beat through that attack speed, whereas someone on the lines of Ursa, Troll, Warlord, not exactly two very popular heroes at the moment. You're going to need some way of burning out the Enchantress, that's for sure. And against the likes of Mirana, she's as good as dead when it's finally land and slap her in the face. So I'm wondering where eHome's going to go with this. So we're theorizing what? They're going to go for the Shadow Fiend because they've already got the Clockwork advantage. Stick the Enchantress, might opt for something along the lines of Juggernaut. It does counter out the Enchantress quite well. Doesn't do too bad against the Clockwork because you know you're going to be separated with him if he jumps on you. And of course you can go for the Omni Slash and not worry about the Blade Mail. Other than that, I'm wondering what else eHome could go for. Like getting that on Y Innocence. He does a pretty decent job roaming Bounty Hunter. And of course, that hero just in general quite popular amongst the Chinese teams currently. He also does Shadow Demon a lot. But the hookshot shouldn't be too hard to hit along with just an Enchantress enchant. So I can't imagine them likely to go for Shadow Demon unless they're getting someone else in the combo. Maybe something like a Centaur to stick that on Faith. Faith, good op for the Beastmaster. But there's the Shadow Fiend ban as we were anticipating. PPX not going to allow that through at all. Immediate Brewmaster ban by eHome after the Queen of Pain. Getting rid of the Queen of Pain, that kind of suggests they might be looking towards something like a Storm Spirit in the mid lane on the side of eHome here. Now as backup, getting rid of the Queen of Pain, that does secure them a nice position to take something like a Storm Spirit here. And so far, no hero to really counter that out. Be interesting to see what PPX are thinking. The Clockwork gives a good amount of control and freedom to the Slark. They will go for the Shadow Demon in the end, eHome, actually choosing to pick that up for Innocence. And there's that Ursa pick we were expecting from PPX. Because either that or Troll Warlord, and well, Ursa handled himself a lot better. Luna pick instantly by eHome build. We saw it last series between, good lord, I blank it, between Sun Gaming and Rock. We saw Rock completely utilize the Luna Shadow Demon combo, just creating illusions. Ursa, she may suffer, of course, Enraged, an incredibly powerful ability. And Sand King, the fourth pick for PPX. They've got a pretty powerful lineup here, so it looks like it's probably going to be a Mirana mid. Ursa safely have another support on the side of PPX. They've got some flexibility in regards to that. eHome seems to think they're still going for an offlaner. They will ban out the Darks here, probably the most comfortable and the typical pick. Somewhat dodged it out, but Iron Shell can be an issue nonetheless. Not as much as it would be for a full-out melee hero like Sven, like Ursa, like, well, anything that's melee, really. Who would have thought that? Wow, melee heroes. Pigeon out with the top-notch analyzing here. Offlane. I think Clockwork is meant to be roaming here. I mean, that's the thing with the Clockwork. It's not just about the hook shot. You've got the disruption into cogs set up pretty nicely there. In fact, you can usually have enough time to move beyond them and push them back towards your team. Here, Beastmaster. Sorry, no, they've got offlane. Sorry, mid. You can technically put Enchantress mid. It's pretty unorthodox, but it's feasible. They might opt for something like a Viper. I think Viper rounds this lineup out quite nicely. A tanky forward individual who has a lot of Ursa just to keep the distance and keep the gap. Alk feels like it would be too greedy this game. You could theoretically make it work, but I don't know. With Luna, the amount farming she's going to do, I think it would be too much greed from eHome. PPX may be a bit simpler of a choice. They go for the Witch Doctor to round it out. So this will be a Sand King off lane. Mirana mid, Ursa in the safe, and then Witch Doctor position 5 with the Ogre Magi position 4, I believe. And Ogre looks so happy. Take some deep breaths. Calm yourself. It just looks like he's just, I don't know what Witch Doctor's on. Spoke some wacky backy over there. Let's not don't get you kind of like center shot going. So eHome final pick. They are ready to lock it in. They're going to go for the puck. Decent hero against Mirana, can actually outlast it because of course Mirana suffers from slow moving arrows as well as the painful factor of low attack damage. The puck should do reasonably well in these early levels against the Mirana. Be interesting to see how Ursa does up against this Enchantress. Of course, you can get her out after he's got level 2 just with the overpower. Typically you want to get level 3 so you can get the slow so you can actually chase her because... But there are your lineups, guys. So we're about to get into game 1 of a best of 3 series between eHome and PPX. Lower bracket, we don't like to just label it. To the face-offs and maybe have a chance at the grand finals too. Well, stay tuned to find out. Oh my god, that Luna set. I just noticed how ridiculous that looked. Lord. What were the ears? What were the ears? Appreciate. Anyway, let's get straight into this. And it looks like we're going immediate disconnect by Witch Doctor. He just couldn't handle the ears. So, looking at these lineups, you should see the safe lane Ursa being manned by Sashimi. You're going to see Nier on the Ogre Magi here playing position 4. You're going to have the Witch Doctor, who I'm not even going to try to pronounce there. Good job on that name. Playing position 5. And then you're going to see Mirana 290 in the mid lane. And finally, Sand King taking the off lane. That'll be M3-1. Then on the side of eHome, we're going to see Y Innocence playing on that self-loaded mask. He knows his standards. So many different faces to Innocence. We've heard of rumors about it. There's your proof. 3 different faces. Old Chicken will be rocking that Luna in the safe lane with possibly the weirdest combination of Luna I've ever seen. And the thing is, most of that is actually one set. It feels like, I don't know, it just feels like Luna's a big fan of Puck right now. Gotta be careful. When you dress like that, Puck might get the wrong idea and actually think you're looking for a lovemaking session. Puck actually going to be manned by, I believe, CTY there in the mid lane. You will see Enchantress taking the off lane. That's going to be Fabian. And finally, HYM on the roaming Clockwork. Okay, it looks like we're all ready for this one. And it's going to be, like I said, it's going to come down to if, in this game, I think if Ursa can actually deal with the Enchantress. If the biggest deal is the fact that the Luna, while you're not able to deal with that, would then be farming, right? So if Luna can get, I'd say get quick Ags maybe. Could work quite effectively here. We saw it pretty effectively in the last series. I think there's a place for it here, especially when you've got the Park, you've got the Enchantress and the Clockwork. And of course, Eclipse just a big fat ultimate that does so much damage anyway. But we'll have to wait and see. Ursa, I think, is a bit more straightforward. You get your hands on your Morbid Mask, you get into the Blink Dagger, then go back for the Vlads. Such great game from Vlads these days. I don't think there's really much divergence from those two items. You could opt for Sange Yash for the movement invites as well. It does tank you up reasonably, but you're actually usually isn't tanking. You either kill or you be killed and stuff. And an early Roshan would be definitely one of those things. But eHome already moving aggressively to secure the runes here. Witch Dog's going to try and harass out Enchantress, but may want to be careful himself. Sand King has already pushed out Old Chicken. They will be 2... Oh, nope. Power Strike Interruption into the arrow. Old Chicken a lot of trouble here. 3 heroes, but they already claimed the Witch Doctor in the top lane. Looks like they'll get a return kill on the Luna. So they get a slight advantage out of that, despite the fact they lost the Luna. She does have the TP to get instantly out to lane. So not the biggest deal to die like that. But nicely done by both teams. We expected the eHome that easily in the top, though. They make him pay. Actually, Enchantress didn't even level there. That's all the Clockwork of the Barrier Assault. And speaking of Clockwork, let's get Barrier Assault up and annoy the crap out of Witch Doctor here. This is what happens when you mess with him. You can't mess with HYM like this. Doing so much damage to that poor little Witch Doctor. Meanwhile, Oh, they caught out the Sand King in the bot lane and completely surrounded him. It's like a little lovemaking circle here. Hold hands and sing Kumbaya. He actually goes to the point blank stun, gives up on trying to survive, and they get the kill. And some vengeance for Chicken after what they done to him in that bot room. He'll be happy about that. Evened up. Same with the respective carries, and well, Enchantress definitely doing better than the Sand King right now. Oh, speaking of the Ursa we mentioned earlier, Clockwork, and a little bit of trouble here. We'll move away. H1M should be fine as Sashi's a little bit late getting through, and Witch Doctor dying in return as the Enchantress chases through. Ursa takes his eye off the ball and loses his support again. And Enchantress just off to a great start in this lane, really. And meanwhile, the puck actually jumping mid. He actually got hit by the arrow. Big mistakes made. And big leaps coming out from Mirana. That was an unexpected kill as well. Vengeance moving forward. There's one leap left on the Mirage. She should be able to use it if needed. Oh no, she'll go for it in the end. Just force Puck to take a little bit of damage in return. Salve up. But Puck maybe feeling a bit annoyed about what he allowed to occur there. 290 did get the kill. Which is why it's so surprising. He must have amount, but like I said, without having items, the right click should have been too low to be able to kill off Puck that quickly. But he suffers from the rotations to the supports on the side of PPX. PPX not standing back and taking what EHM were trying to do to them, but they need to try and find some of this top lane. The hardest lane for them to actually find anything in. Oh, and the Purge out on Witch Doctor. It's going to be slowed. Goes to the cast bounce. Will annoy the crap out of Witch. Oh, no. Witch will just TP out, though. Clockwork actually got slowed up by the Ogre Magi. Wasn't able to interrupt the TP out. Close but no cigar is how that translates. All of eHome's heroes are farmed pretty well. And well, actually, they're trying to farm heroes now. The Farm Clave's not quite enough. They do scare the crap out of M31. And will actually cancel his getting the final little love tap in. Nicely done by Innocence. Things seem to have calmed down for the moment, but Puck's gonna probably need to rotate those 2 kills dropped, right? Like, Mirana has slightly less last hits, but he's been involved in 3 kills now. Puck's been 2 of those kills. Confident to leave Enchantress alone against a potential gank from 3. It's the one lane they're arguably winning, and they don't want to throw it away. I think actually just rat out Ogre. Ogre's starting to feel a little bit of pain, but things coming out. Oh, Witch Doctor gets slowed, coaxed in. There's the Barry Salt coming, and now Faith is going to go to work and help out the Clockwork, but no, Ursa trying to get the kill. Got a lot of Fury Swipes up on the Enchantress, but can't get more. And the mini stun's just stopping Ursa from being able to turn onto the Clockwork as well. Now they just force the Ursa away completely. Down to half HP and has no mana to work with. He has to be careful in regards to that. Puck just needing to be a little bit more defensive in this mid lane at the moment is the problem. Trying to effectively trade the best he can. It's doing a lot of damage to 290 right now. But with the raindrop, 290 can actually just tank out a lot more of the problems than expect from Puck. Starting to get it together now and able to force Mirana out of lane. That's what he needs to be doing. More Luna. All pretty much 24 last hits on the side of Radiant's cause here. So great farm actually all around, really. And it's not like it's going to stop anytime soon, right? Doesn't have much on him. Still doesn't have a Mob Master. He's burnt through all of his regen right now. Can't really hang in the lane though, because he knows there's so much aggression coming out from the Clockwork and the Enchantress. Enchantress already up to level 5. Won't be long until she's 6. Meanwhile, Luna hasn't really given away yet. Hasn't even got the treads. Will be going treads this game. Typically chosen over the phase boots, usually. I don't really handy. Puck going for the harassment again. Has got the Dream Core. Might want to plop it down right now if he wants this kill, though. Doesn't choose to in the end, interestingly enough. I'm surprised he didn't go easily, because of course you have the phase shift to dodge out the incoming Starstorm on that Puck. I want to mention the haste ring that it's now got. I bet he wishes he's found that beforehand. Well, Enchantress should dominate in this lane for over 100 damage, and they can feel it. Thing is, with Clockwork here as well, they can't just jump onto the Enchantress. They'll just get screwed over pretty hard. Real catch other lanes fast. They need to shut down the Enchantress. They can't let just free farm like this, otherwise she'll become a complete nightmare to deal with as this game goes on. Even with the Ursa on your lineup, if he's not farming well in comparison, just slowly creeping away with this. And Ogre Magi, nice man you had there, buddy. Oh, Enchantress comes in though. Looks like Ogre in a lot of problem. Hits through. Looks like they will get the final love tap on Ogre. Now they'll look for a secondary kill onto the Witch Doctor, almost getting him. Oh, the Cog's in though. HYM needs to be careful. He's going to tick out from the Maledict. And looks like Faith going to go for the return kill onto the Witch Doctor, which he will just to keep Ursa alive here as the slow from Enchantress almost securing it. And actually, I don't think Mirana even done that for that. She does try and go for the mid puck here, but he's hasted up. He'll be a hard kill to find. And that'll just be the Moonlight Shadow available. Otherwise, he's definitely dead there every time. Has at least got the Morbid Mask now, and has decided he wants to pick up a Stout now. Surprised he didn't actually start one to begin with. Oh, Shadow Demon doing a lot of damage to this Sand King here. He's got the Burrow Strike away. You're going to kill it. Luna wants this. Gonna look for the stun. Lucid Beam? No, can't quite find it. Just being dodged out by the Sand King nicely. But finally, Love Tap comes in. Dead for 15 seconds. M31, thought you could escape that. But honestly, this is Luna. She moves 380 movement speed just with normal boots. Good luck. But looks like we're going for an early roast on the side of PPX. With Ogre here to help out, they feel they can tank it. And it doesn't look like eHome even suspect this. So too busy diving top, getting kills on the Witch Doctor. With Puck was to go and look. He's good enough. CDY, big mistake as he gets dropped in the mid. And now, well, Ursa's just going to get a roast as well. So from bad to worse. I mean, in fairness to eHome, they are farming pretty well, but even have 6 on the Ursa. The Yoga Macho just enabled him to do that so quickly. The best thing they can really do is just keep farming. I mean, Luna, Enchantress, they're all doing really well, which is a bit surprising. Clockwork not quite getting 6 just yet. Doesn't really want to mess with the Ursa anyway. That's going to be a nightmare to deal with. Maybe they can harass him down though. Enchantress go for a few love taps. Needs to be careful because Witch Doctor hanging around this tree line. Will look to jump on her the moment he gets the chance. Definitely didn't sound too dirty. Tanking actually has picked up a raindrop by the looks of it. Oh, off on the time, and Luna's just trying to burn through the raindrop charges quickly so they can get more kills on him. Meanwhile, the top lane though, oh, there's a jumping. They find the Yoga. HYM taking a lot of damage. Maledict won't be enough to finish off. There's the Enrage. Let's try and stay alive. We'll pop the Aegis, and now they could cogs him in. They could look for this. I don't think they'll have enough damage though. They're gonna have to use the Moonlight Shadow just to make sure that Sash is safe, and then you'll just see eHome move away. So they get the Yoga kill. They pop the Aegis, and they lose nothing. eHome just doing fantastically here. PBX grab on the Aegis, but they're struggling to find anything here. Oh, half the life of Witch Doctor 1 hit. That's scary. Oh, speaking of scary things, Y may have found someone a little bit too scary. That's the Ursa. He's going to trap him in for the moment, try and run away, and he'll turn around, start hitting him up as the Clockwork comes in to assist with the Ogre Magi. But meanwhile, well, Faith just looking for a kill. We'll be able to find the Ogre Magi in the end. And the arrow hitting from the Mirana onto the Clockwork. He's in a little bit of trouble here, but Mirana may want to move away a little bit quicker than this. He's taking a lot of damage. They can't quite finish her yet. Got one more impetus, but won't be able to get in range for it. So they trade the Clockwork for the Ogre. And they'll just have to nod their head and be happy with that. The thing is, they did rotate a lot of heroes from PPX to just stop them getting more. And amazingly, camp needs to be careful though, because she's going to take a lot of damage from this. Enchantress, well, she's got Staff of Wizardry already. Not too far off a 4-star here. In fact, she's basically got it. Just 100 gold more. Oh, Shadow Demon may want to go on this. Faith doesn't have much mana to work with, but maybe enough. They force out the Enrage because Puck is here as well with the Dream Call. That's going to lose through the Silence as well. So in a little bit of trouble trying to go on the Enchantress there. Melt just about making it. One hit off dying there. Ursa mid-swing thanks to the overpower, but won't be able to be quick enough. They lose the Enchantress, and that's a big damn kill. Look at the amount of gold they got. Over 1,000 gold split between them. Holy crap. 6k up at 12 minutes in, despite losing their big snowball factor, allowing them to die. But that's partially due to the fact Luna, like we said, was clearing that ginormous camp. Isn't going to opt for an Axis game. It's going for the Mask and Madness build by the looks of it. Oh, moving around the back right now. Has the Eclipse. Oh, going to pop it. Goes straight in on the Mirana. Stuns her in place. Tap in there. On Tier 90, he tried to make the Valiant escape. A fantastic rotation quickly by the Luna. Moving so damn quick with 391 movement speed right now. Actually did go for the cast range over there. Not the tip one. Enchantress, she's dead in the top lane. And all of a sudden, the Enchantress that had so much control of this lane, starting to feed all that gold back. Looks like in the bottom lane, they will find vengeance on the Sand King. So I'll trade you. Well, Enchantress might be starting to peak off a little bit here, but Luna, she's taking over at the top of the net worth chart with 6,500 net worth value right now. Puck, Only 1,000 behind that. Same with the Enchantress. Stabilizing and in some ways increasing that lead slowly but surely. Just because the Luna's getting so much gold on herself. Luna is going to be going for the Hurricane Pike this game. Just wants the movement speed. Sorry, not movement speed, the attack range. Doesn't want to be anywhere near the Ursa, which is understandable. They got a decent amount of control for the Ursa anyway. We said before, they've got the Purge, which is going to stop him despite what he does from Enrage. On top of that, they have got the PPX. They're on the aggression. They're smoked up and looking for someone. They're looking for the Enchantress again by the looks of it. Gonna hang back. Meanwhile, Sand King barely escaping there. Almost dies off. Gets away on 35 HP, I believe that was. One more love tap is all it would have taken. And they actually, I think they had Dream Call. They didn't throw it. We'll just go back to farming. Meanwhile, the Mirana, is she? Yeah, she's going for the Midas this game. So she's got the Hurricane. Sorry, not the Hurricane, the Dragon Lance. We'll be going for the Midas. Not Midas. Maelstrom. When you say that. Oh, no. Looks like they find the Mirana Invis there. She's going to have to leap away here quickly. They're chasing through. The Purge doing a lot of damage. There's the Barrier Assault as well. She can go for the Invis. The hook shot through will hold her in place, and they get the Rocket Flare off. So much for a core as two supports just run her down and kill her. And Puck looking for a little bit of fun time with Sand King in the bot lane. Might think about it. Has the day gone? Could go for the Dream Call into the Wayne and Rift combo. They lose your bin. Not choosing to die for this though. In fairness, with the Dream Call, you wouldn't have to go very far, that's for sure. Might actually up for it. There's the Dream Call. Gonna bring Sand King out. Oh, he will get stunned off, but you got the silence still. Wants to get a little bit low. There's the Illusion Orb in the Dagon. There we go. Zip zap. And now you boys. Luckily, Faith here to help with the Wisp to keep you alive, but Mirana's on her way in. May want to be careful. Oh, the poor little catapult does die. Mirana, she knows you can't quite go on this. If she uses the leaps to get in, Faith is going to drop her so quickly. She only has one leap available right now. So nicely done by eHome to secure more kills. Up to 10k net worth lead. And this is starting to just slide away from PPX. You know, Ursa's only so effective for a single target that you can run through one by one. When they start to tank up towards the end, and they have multiple targets doing a lot of damage, I mean, you can't just focus on the Enchantress anymore. The Luna becomes a problem. The Puck becomes a problem. And oh, speaking of problems, Witch Doctor in the top lane gets dropped down. HY in a lot of trouble. Old Chicken running in. There's the Frisbee into the Lucent Beam. Going to finish it off the Masking Madness. The Cogs, interesting choice by HYM. Says, wait, you're going too far, Chicken. It's not safe to go alone. And meanwhile, Sand King just trying to dance it off. I guess this is his form of Taylor Swift in it. Oh, there's a stun in though. He's got the Epicenter as well. Plus the Ursa. Nice 4-star away. The Dream Call control means Ursa's stuck here. And they actually stopped the use of the Epicenter as well. Science coming in. Lose your through. Zap on the Ursa. Get rid of him. Sand King doesn't have enough mana to escape here. Should be burned out. He's going to try and escape, but it's way too late. He dies. And meanwhile, top here, looks like they found the whip for the Enchantress. And HYM on a killing spree. And this is starting to look like a massacre. Things just getting confused about who got the first blood. It was the side of eHome. eHome managed to get the first blood, and then it was followed immediately up by PPX getting a kill bot. So the Luna died about 2 seconds after the Witch Doctor got claimed top at the runes. Stay with the drums. You know, I just love it. Essentially, Ogre Magi is more or less a Viagra product for towers when you think about it. He helps them get up. And Puck, well, he's not done pushing just yet. Oh, Ursa jumping on the Luna, but there's the disruption to interrupt this. Hook shot through, connects on the Witch Doctor. He's a lot of trouble here. It's just in range for the cast to Enchantress to bounce across. Luna needs to knock. And then they get their hands on the Ogre as well. Next up on the hit list, they're not done just yet. Drums up, going to force all the leaps out of the Mirana. She has one left, so they won't chase anymore, but they'll turn around. They'll take the tier 3 tower. And this is ridiculous. 17k, 19k net worth lead, and the Frisbees are around. You unleash a Luna in your face at your own despair, so you lose the melee right, and you won't have the Epicenter available. In fact, they're going for the throne by the looks of it. They feel they can take this, just melting through these buildings so quickly. This is PPX's last chance, maybe, because eHome, nope. In the end, it gets called PPX Mirana kill. And Sand King's just going to dance the dance of his people as Witch Doctor plays along with the band. But eHome victory. Game 1 to eHome. But can PPX turn it around? I mean, eHome came through predominantly there. They relied heavily upon the Enchantress to just force that lane, as she did in the top, quite effectively, because he was always going to trade poorly. And in the end, they just had to divert all attention to the top lane on the side of PPX. They couldn't really get the kills early enough on the Enchantress or shut her down. She got the tower, she got additional kills, and by the time they could start killing her, Luna was coming online, the Puck had vital items. There wasn't anything they could do. That's game 1, guys. We're going to go to a short break, maybe about 5-10 minutes, so don't go anywhere, and then we'll be back tuned. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Prodota Cup Series China Playoffs. We are back with PPX versus eHome Game 2. eHome taking Game 1 quite convincingly about 18 minutes in with quite this upset and force this out to a Game 3. So far we've seen the Night Stalker banned out as we saw last time, but this time PPX spicing up the ban phase with the Enchantress. They did not like how badly that went from last time. They won't have to compensate for it again. Of course, they kind of felt like they had to go for the Ursa the way that played out, and it just didn't play out in their favor in the end. So definitely just remove that checker piece from the board. Enchantress just stopped them for so long in their lane. So no surprise that they came out that ban. Immediately after that, they went for the Omni Knight ban, which we keep seeing a lot of. And eHome, they stick with the Bounty Hunter, the Brewmaster bans, and the Razor. So nothing really changed much there. eHome confident in what they've been doing and confident in what they've been banning is working. So first picks, let's see if eHome tries to replicate any of what they used last time. I wonder if they will go for Luna again and just be a little bit predictable on this, spice it up a bit and play around it. Alternatively, they might opt for a Shadow Fiend this game. They could go for the Clockwork Shadow Fiend pick. I think if they make one pick, it's going to be locked out by the ban from PPX, as they already anticipated once they saw the Clockwork picked up. Alternatively, they might look towards securing a Beastmaster while it's not banned out, or some sort of dominant offlaner. Actually, they're going to go for the Clockwork first. PPX could try and take the Shadow Fiend himself, but there's a lot to do to try and block it out. I think you just have to go for someone that can gank quickly into that lane, so maybe PPX opt for someone like the Earth Spirit. I haven't seen them play it so far, so I'm not sure if they do. Alternatively, you could look towards someone like a Tusk, although that's more of one of eHome's. Okay, PPX first pick. They're actually going to go for the Rubik. Not a bad choice at all, especially with Clockwork already shown, who has a lot of very useful abilities from the cogs. Maybe puts him a little bit closer than he wants to be the front line, but can change a fight and spin it in favor of your team nonetheless. Now eHome, they're hoping PPX aren't going to do it. I don't think they are. They're going to block them out. They're going to go for the Dragon. I think they'll probably stick that Dragon Knight in the safe lane. I can't imagine they want to stick it up against the Shadow Fiend, which I'm under no doubt will be picked next by eHome. They don't want to risk waiting again, just have it banned out on them. Who wants that silly hero anyway? It's not like he's top tier pick right now and does a lot of damage and synchronizes brilliantly with Clockwork's whole catering to your dying needs, right? Clockwork just looking lonely down there, eHome. What's the plan here? How are you gonna... Right now is eHome is a team about a lot of hugs. PPX not so much when they've got a Rubik that's essentially lifting you and throwing you away from any sort of contact you try and make with him. PPX struggles. You know, Rubik just looking around right now is like, hug? Hug? Did someone mention hug? Look, like, concentrate fully, just look forward. Don't stop looking for people, Shadow Fiend. We're not desperate. Phantom Lancer is banned out by PPX though. Interesting that they're expecting that. Not necessarily a bad hero. His ultimate form in the Elder Dragon. But I don't know. I don't feel like that would have been the hero choice for eHome here for the safe lane. I think that's just a bit too bold. Even for what they're doing here with what could easily end up being a stomp lineup. As they are one game up, they can maybe go for something a little bit more pushy. Maybe someone like a Chaos Knight could be pretty effective against PPX right now. I think that's, if you want to go illusion heroes, out Dragon Knight doesn't matter all you want. You're not gonna be able to kill them off because you have so much armor and so much health plus free gem. eHome though, just getting rid of obvious issues that Shadow Fiend might have by getting rid of the Queen of Pain. I wonder what else they'll likely opt to get rid of. Probably Death Prophet would be next on the hit list, is just scratch from that board if PPX don't lock it in. PPX are struggling. They're not really sure where eHome's going just yet. You can figure things which combo better, so maybe they go for the Shadow Demon again on the side of eHome. It does combine reasonably well. You can actually utilize the Shadow Fiend as well for illusions. But of course, I think if you go for Shadow Demon, it kind of signals you want Luna again, and that gets banned out straight away, which is the big problem you run into. PPX might opt for something that, like the Outward Devourer. I know 290 likes to play Outward Devourer. It's one of his more signature heroes. Else works quite well here. I don't think you go for someone like an Axe or a Lifesteal this game. Just because, despite you might have some useful bombs to an extent, it's a bit risky. They're actually going to be the ones picking up the Luna. So PPX decided they want to give eHome a bit of their own medicine after the Gyrocopter got banned by them and the Templar Assassin by their opponent. So Ancient Apparition here. If they want it, now's the time to grab it, because I could imagine eHome won't have to ban it if it doesn't pick now. Unless it's just a big trick by PPX alone. Actually, it's going to be the Earth Spirit. So Earth Spirit coming out. We were saying we hadn't actually seen Earth Spirit in a few games, and eHome themselves don't tend to run it much what we've seen these days. But PPX, they're willing to pick it up and rock it. And eHome, I mean, it's decent hero. Earth Spirit's a decent hero here. Against Shadow Fiend, against the Ancient Apparition, you can find potentially very easy kills. Shadow Fiend's got to be very careful with this lane because with the Dragon Knight up against him plus the Earth Spirit, they got stuns, they got slows. eHome opts for the Vengeful Spirit then. I don't know if it's going to be a core Clockwork or if this is just, core Vengeful Spirit. They could spin it either way. Venge up against Luna, maybe not the best choice. Luna should have the attack speed and Daz as a support here. Shadow Fiend will really, really benefit. I'd imagine this is going to be a right-click Shadow Fiend just because the presence of Venge just buffs your damage up so much. The favorability is in going the right-click build here. Final band's coming out. PPX not really sure what to think about this. Is this a core Clockwork or a support Clockwork? So you either ban out an off laner or a safe laner. I think maybe you play it safe and ban out something that could be really effective against you, like the Beastmaster perhaps. Although then again, I guess to an extent you're not too worried about the Beastmaster popping up when Rubik could steal the Primal Roar. Actually can get rid of the Juggernaut, so they think there's still another core to come. And they think it's going to be a safe laner. And it's actually going to be the Batrider. So this is a Vengeful Spirit safe lane, like we were suspecting. They're going to pick the Batrider, which is... Oh, it's in some ways as well in this lane, just because Luna's going to have to hang close by. And of course, the slows will make it initially hard for him to run down, but if he gets a rotation in with the Ancient Apparition and the Clockwork, he's as good as got himself a kill time and time again. But final pick for PPX. I'm not sure. They seem a bit paused for a moment. I don't think they necessarily expected that to actually be the core Venge. But they will go for the Darkseer here. So playing it a little bit safe themselves. Interesting choice. It's not going to have the greatest effect against Vengeful Spirit because she is a ranged hero, of course. But they do it nonetheless. I mean, in fairness, it gives you a decent setup. You can set up for the Rubik AoE stun. You've got the Luna ultimate that's going to be 3 heroes instantly into the stun and silence. You can do a lot of damage to them straight away. So there's your lineups. Badass Faith with the awesome new Owl Batrider. And M31 rocking a very, very big book. Nia looking like he desperately needs a shave because that's not how gentlemen look. How are you going to wear a suit when you got a goddamn beard like that? And actually, for once, a Luna which is somewhat plain that you've got nothing for your Luna. At the same time, it's less concerning than how the hell old Chicken's Luna looked. Bit fishy. So there are your lineups, ladies and gentlemen. This is about to get underway. Game 2 of the best of 3 between PPX and eHome is out. Whoever wins has a chance to cycle their way back towards the grand final. They're on the last legs, but let's see who can actually take it. It's game 2, PPX versus eHome. Alrighty then, getting underway. Looks like we're going to see the immediate denying of the cogs that we usually see happening. HYM going to be playing on that Clockwork. You guys see Old Chicken safe laning it up on the Vengeful Spirit, while CTY takes the mid lane on that Shadow Friend. Meanwhile, you guys see Faith found the Fat Rider in that bot lane because that is quite a chubby looking owl actually. Like kind of oh, look at that! There you go. Skill points right there. Yeah, Faith on the Batrider. You're going to see Ancient Apparition manned by Y Innocent. Meanwhile, on the side of PPX, they've got 290 playing the DK in the mid lane. You're going to see Rubik played by, once again, I'm not even going to try and pronounce your name. Darkseer being rocked by M31 here in that off lane. Earth Spirit going to be roaming around near control on that character. And finally, well, effectively in this early mid-game scenario, should be able to do it though. He has got the heroes to enable him here. Mainly gonna just have to worry about the Batrider to an extent. I mean, that's the big concern here, right? With the short attack range, it's going to be very easy to predict where Luna's going to stand and easily hit her and the creeps with sticky napalm. That's the real big concern here. And double disconnect for eHome. Quick, PPX, unpause. This is your chance. This is our chance. We can do it. I like how she still blinks, by the way. You're meant to be paused. Stop looking. Stop blinking. It's kind of creepy. Nothing else is moving. You're... Okay, stop tearing your boobs as well. You're mid-air, essentially, right? And you're just blinking. It's like someone hit the pause button, though. Are we pausing? Yes, you are pausing. Hold steady. I probably shouldn't actually... Let's get the camera off her. Right, we're going to try and avoid Bulldog's little chubby. Rightio. So, we're just waiting on Shadow Fiend to get back in now. Who, as all Shadow Fiends do these days, rocking the Arcana. He doesn't look very happy there, does he? Okay, that... You know, I'm mistaken. I thought Luna was creepy to look at in pause mode, but your eyes just aren't right. Really aren't right. What happened to you? Good lord, let's just get into this. Darkseid, do you look normal? At least I don't have to worry about your eyes. Oh wait, I can see your eyes. They're pretty creepy to easily just guarantee that rune grab. No one trying to interrupt him at all. Darkseid just lingering around. He wants those creeps. What he's after. Actually got spotted out by Ancient Apparition though. AA knows what's up here. Like, what the hell are you doing? Get away from my creeps. I need your creeps. Give me your creeps. Let's actually get cold feet up there. Made a slight mistake. We had to move away quick enough, but oh no, Venge with a stun. Hold him in place for the time being. Now go for the TP out, the cold feet. Will it proc in time? Oh no, it won't. Very almost though. Barely escaping on his cold feet proc out. Close call, but he gets to live for the time being. And meanwhile, we're seeing the zone factor from the Clockwork here, just screwing over the Dragon Knight. Every time he just does this, he walks in with the cogs. Just allows Shadow Fiend to continue to farm easily. He's going to have to deal with reduced damage from the Dragon Breath. But, like, the Brief Fire, it does decent amount of reduction, but it's not going to stop you from farming, really. With 18 souls already claimed, you hit reasonably hard. Looks like they're rotating onto the Darkseid now. Cold Feet goes out into the stun. They don't even really need the Clockwork here, but just as a celebration tool, there we go. He's trapped. No escape. First blood drawn. HYM claiming it. E-Home. They continue the hardest hero to kill at level 2. Dying off in that top lane as the first blood. They'll be happy with that nice little chimichanga exchange of gold. It'll give Clockwork what he needs to maybe pick up, well, anything really. I wonder if he'll go Trank. But do you think no, your Shadow Fiend's going to go gift the ball, so you won't. What's coming out from Dragon Knight, though? Apparently needs a toilet break because he's crapping it. HYM is on the prowl. He senses weakness. Hey, can we just talk about how... Wait, what is that piece of the... Oh, it's the trim. That's not what gold looks like. That's what gold looks like. Sorry, I'm staring at crutch when I say that's what gold looks like. That's good. Ready to rock, ready to roll. If he walks forward, Clockwork could close the distance here. Clock thinking about it. Are you gonna give it some secondary thought though? You could come from underneath the guy's tower. I wouldn't really. Final one popper through. They'll get the kill. They didn't really even need the cogs, as Dragon Knight basically just walked in a straight line away from CTY. And while that happens, well, they actually claim Ancient Apparition. While Innocent is going to die off there as the return kill, but they'll be happy with that trade. And now they're in the Shadow, getting this kill in Shadow Fiend, just popping up in Mac. PPX having all kinds of issues right now. Slightly concerning. Sure, the issue is definitely lag. But Luna, they're already stacking up for her nicely. It's going to be a while before she can go through those. You're going to have to watch this a lot though, because the Batrider can easily just burn through those creep camps if you're not careful. Damage needs to rip them apart. So careful not to stack these too high would be my advice straight away to Rubik. To Mr. I couldn't be bothered to put a name that was readable by anything but a Chinese caster. Actually looks like an old auntie with those eyepieces. Okay, we'll stop staring at you now. Clockwork still hanging around the back foot. I don't know if he wants to try the same thing again, just completely crush Dragon Knight's hopes and dreams. Nice guy, nice guy. But That's probably just going to escalate more and more as this goes on. Waving in clarities. Celebration, right? Here you go. This is what we're talking about bat ride. Like, you saw the turn rate on the Luna. You know, you switch between the two. Good luck ever escaping, because Faith is just going to run you down with a sticky napalm into a Firefly. HYM down here in the bot lane as well. Faith going to maybe pop down some sticky napalm. Get ready to rock. Dragon Knight only level 1 Dragon Blood, so he's of the Dragon Knight at this point. Oh, rolling, coming, actually will miss because CTUI sees it coming completely. And meanwhile on the top, Bench gonna maybe look for kill on M31 here. He still does have the surge. Decides against it in the end. He won't have enough damage even with the Wave of Terror. HYM, he's done similar in the mid lane. Maybe wants to dive on the bot one. Problem and the difference here is that you've got a root them shifty around and you've got the Luna buffing up their right click damage. Everyone seems to be having connection issues today. It's okay though, you know, you take a quick coffee break, relax, lay back, and just as I'll do that, we'll be ready to go again. There it is. Yeah, I was just getting comfortable back here. I swear you guys are doing this on purpose. I'm on deal. Bench will probably like to actually rush towards Hurricane Pike here. It's a great item. 4-star was always great on Venge from the Hurricane anyway. Shadowfiend up to a 2-level advantage now. Not by much, but it's starting to kind of crawl upwards, right? It's getting kind of worse for the Dragon Knight. I mean, when you look at 20 last hits, 24 denies, 12 of those being cogs, I believe. I think it's about 12 he must have done. HYM batted away. Well, you know, I'll save the regen room for the Shadow Fiend at least. Be happy about that. And he now has the raindrop, so it's going to be very hard to jump on him and spike him down. Raindrop's such a great pickup on so many heroes at the moment. Even with its limited uses. Oh, Barry Salt. I don't think he likes being hugged that much as Shadow Fiend slightly slips up with a close Shadow Raise. Will make up for it for the long range one. They'll get themselves another kill. Dragon Knight not having a fun time. And the god, they already know exactly what they need to do to win this. EPX. More leaks in the ship. eHome just capitalizing. I mean, Shadow Fiend's the last hero probably on the side of eHome you want to be giving gold over to at this stage of the game. He's just going to accept. He's already staying maxed out more or less on Necromastery, right? He's got some way to go. Well, Clock and Ancient Apparition hanging around the back here. See if Innocent and HYM can find anything. Look again, Dragon Knight down to half HP. That's with the raindrop, by the way. Oh no, CTY getting a little bit too bold there. They'll lift him back and slam into him hard. He goes to the Shadow Race. That's all he's going to get. And now Clockwork arrives. Cogs, Barry Assault on the Rubik. Has a stun on the Ancient Apparition. Going to look for the kill. We'll be able to find it. And look, oh, there's a roll-in attempt. They'll actually hit on the mark there. HYM in a lot of trouble trying to move away quick enough. They make big mistakes, and nice Cogs going to allow him to escape. And to even make it, look at HYM just making sure they can't even steal any last hits on his Cogs there. Commitment, confident, and pays the price there. And this is going to be a lesson for him, maybe. He will still just harass out Dragon Knight very easily with the Shadow Races like that. Ay, 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 caramba, the pain. A little bit more, move towards the bot lane now. Clockwork is here as well. Oh, there's the lift on the Faith. A little bit of trouble. There's the ultimate activated by Luna, but they TP in more people. Faith gonna actually escape. They might even turn on this because there's a silence keeping Venge busy for the time being. But the Clockwork, he dedicates his life for the kill. He finds the Vengeful Spirit. Good trade for him. Spirit chasing, giving them vision, and now he wants to be careful because you can't be chicken in a battle like this. He needs to be careful. He needs to enlist the help of the tower. Will it be enough? Actually has the salve and the wand to keep him alive though, and actually stops the salve of the Earth Spirit there. Will actually finish off the kill. Now needs to move away. There's a lift back. Will be a Fade Bolt follow up as well. Round, go for more. Needs to be careful. The Fade Bolt coming out. Does get it off, but still not enough damage. And Bat Rider securing the kill. And while that happens, you lose the Darkseer in the top lane of the Clockwork and Ancient Apparition. Kills all abound. eHome coming out big. Big bulk anyway. That's 13 armor. They were hitting for nothing onto him. Physical resistance is gaining right now just up to 33%. But of course, when they're not hitting very hard, you don't notice it so much. And you have got that Shadow Fiend killing on the back of that. They just respond like that. Vengeful Spirit, you feel, should have died there twice over, but got away with it completely. All skill, not luck, guys. And now Faith feeling pretty happy with the gold he's getting. Vengeful Spirit having a 500 gold lead over the Luna. Same with the Shadow Fiend, actually up to 4,000 now. This farming super quick, and oh, the lift on H Apparition. Y in a lot of trouble. Doesn't really have an escape from this. Why is the real question. Why do you have to pick on me like this? But Earth Spirit, he's going to be frozen from beyond the grave, and there's the Venge stunning up. Dragon Knight actually starting to return. Nice. Use the way with Terra. Chasing on the Dragon Knight. Can actually get the kill though. There's a swap back to ensure the hug from CTY, and there's a lift by Rube. Going to pull back the... Let's go a lap round. Vengeful Spirit says, hello, where you going? The Cog's trapping him in and just trapping him for the inevitable. Triple kill for CDY there. And Shadow Fiend, he's getting all the gold he could ever dream of. They'll even get a tower as well. So gold, gold, and more gold is what I'm hearing in my ear. Which is definitely more MMR than my average viewers. Oh, and Luna in the bot lane as well as the Batrider goes in. There's 3 heroes here. He's still fighting up against them though. The Earth Spirit needs to Earth Spirit and move away before Rubik can even respond, because he still has Fade Bolt waiting to come off cooldown. And a big fat 1 on Faith means he'll be absolutely fine. His old chicken turns up. He might go deeper. They're basically just screwing with their opponents right now. And oh no, Rubik gonna get caught in the corner. We'll go for the lift and pull him away. But well, you just cleared some trees, so you're not gonna trap him in there. Luna showing up, has the Eclipse at the ready. Old chicken not gonna fall for that old trick though. This old chicken's been around the night. We'll find the top tower though, so they'll get something out of this map at least. Keep it down to a 4k net worth lead, but eHome still pummeling through. And there's the drums as well. Oh, gotta be careful. There's the Eclipse. They're lifting him in place. They will find the Batrider kill. They do commit the Eclipse, and now in fight, but she's in a lot of trouble. Oh, the Shadow Rays by the Shadow Fiend. He turns around and gets a double kill again. CTY. Kill after kill after kill, up to 6k net worth lead now. Heading for the caster build by the looks of it. Almost has the Yules. Wait, I'm the caster. Don't try and replace me. Actually trying to catch up on the Dragon Knight. Will be able to do so. DK, he doesn't want to be here. Silence for the time being, but Shadow Fiend can turn around for the Razors. We'll get the double hug on to Dragon Knight. And unstoppable this Shadow Fiend right now. He's had 1 death, but since then, claiming 8 kills so quickly. 5k net worth lead, and looks like the Batrider. He finds the Darkseer as well. No surge away from you as he easily gets lassoed in the middle of that. We'll look to jump away, but the final right click, just thirsty for more kills. Who needs towers and who needs creeps when you can find heroes instead, they say. Venge, well, old chicken makes sure that the one that PPX have, and they've got almost 3 times the kills. HYM here ready for push, has hook shot in 15 seconds, so get ready to rumble. Smoked up on the side of PPX is a Dragon Knight and the Earth Spirit, but the target, no, old chicken, he'll move away just in time. The roll through actually won't connect. They have got the stun initially, but now Clockwork here to back up. The Dragon Tail's not going to do much. With Batrider coming in as well, going to push the Dragon Knight back, and he's trapped in. He's going to die so quickly here. Batrider doesn't care about the stun. Hook shot through, catch him too, and the Darkseer to walk away too quickly. There's the Dragon Knight. Oh, sorry, the Dragon Knight, the Earth Spirit, and the Luna both dying. Dragon Knight already dead, of course. Rubik the last on the hit list. Can they get him? Double kill on Shadow Fiend so far. Rubik just dropped. And prize is being won for what we have viewed. And now they'll turn to a tier 2 push, and this is getting out of control quickly. 9k net worth lead, 12 minutes into the game. eHome looking to make a rinse and repeat of last game, maybe finish around the 20-minute mark if they can. And at this rate, it's not looking good for PPX. They need to pull someone out of the bag really quick. They've got no towers left outside the base of the bot lane. The tier 1 is still up. This cannot be legal. What they just done to Luna cannot be legal. They took her out back in a dark place, and they done unspeakable things to her. But PPX, they're not ready to give in just yet. They're not giving up on the hopes of a victory here. eHome, well, they're going to have to take off the... because they're going to go for more. They're going to take the tier 1 here. And Clockwork already moving forward, looking for someone. Has the hook shot. Oh, Rubik, no. There he is. Going to lift for the time being, but that won't protect you for very long. Hook shot in. There's the barrier assault. The cog's in place. Rubik isn't going to escape because there's an urn on him as well. He's dead. HYM gets himself a nice solo kill, and he's on a dominating streak now. Look at the kills across the board. 4 times the kills that PPX have actually claimed now. And actually, I can't remember the last time eHome didn't walk away from a fight cleanly. Like PPX, this is just getting worse and worse. They take the tier 2 in the mid lane. They're going to head for the tier 2 top as well. They know they've got a lead. Their confidence is a huge one, and it is in fact. They've almost got as much thousands net worth lead in their favor as there have been minutes passing this game. And look how defensive PPX are. They didn't even want to come out of their base. Luna's the only one standing beyond where the tier 2 stat, and she's barely standing beyond them herself. He's only got Mask Man, still hasn't managed to finish up Treads, and Well, Shadow Fiend spotted out by the sentry. The rest of his team should be pushing the top here. And Venge, actually, so more or less just being a utility towards the Shadow Fiend's potential output of damage, which is almost 200 as it is, and definitely over 200 with the aura. But there you go, aura sticking him. Oh, well, I guess it should. Oh, she only put 3 points in it. Hasn't put the 4th yet. Speaking of Shadow Fiend though, moving aggressively forward. Look at that position, and oh, the lasso! They grab the Dragon Knight. He's on the high ground, stuck here alone. He doesn't want to be here, but he won't have a choice in it. Beyond godlike for CTY here. And now they should hop it up to the high ground. Hubbada, this is getting ridiculous. 15k net worth lead now. Jeebus. Luna in the bot lane though. Will actually miss the ice. The cogs, the barrier assault. He's going to get a solo kill on the position 1. Oh no. Now they've got to try and defend 4 versus 5. The swap. Darkseer slowly reacts. Thought he'll get a chance to in the end anyway, as he dies off so quick. Venge getting a little bit low, but the Hood of Defiance will keep her alive. And who the hell is dancing? Says I might be dead, but you know what? You can't stop the Ripwing. I mean, you could. I don't think they want to commit that much for the Wild Wing Ripper. Hey man, Ripwing might have been wrong, but at least I didn't say Ripwang. That would have been worse. The Shadow Fiend, is he ready to go for Roche just yet? They have got the Wave of Terror for Roche. And you can't really stop this on the side of PPX. They're only just starting to realize it's kind of like watching a baby try and walk for the first time as PPX slowly move out their base. It's like they haven't seen sunlight for 5 years because they've been busy sitting in their home. They finally emerge, and what they don't realize is while they're just getting used to the... And it involves a big fat Aegis sitting on that Shadow Fiend, who's up to level 15 already with a movement speed, which means he can chase down and catch the booty of whoever he wants. Has the Blink Dagger Yules. This is scary as all hell. And I think they're ready to push the high ground. They should need to get healed up on Chicken and Wynison and then move across quickly. But while they wait, city-wise, just go take a tour of the Radiant Jungle. It's no biggie. PPX, they aren't using it right now. They're fine. They'll wait in the base. It's okay. You know, look after your guests, be courteous, all that stuff. Such gracious host, PPX. The home. Well, they know they have to end this soon. There's a point at which you stop looking like the gracious winners and look like the mean bullies, and they're approaching that point. AA slends the ult through. Actually clips on the multiples, but no Aghanims just yet. We're not snowballed that far ahead. It has actually already got a veil on the Ancient Apparition though. I'll move up to the high ground now. I'll start hitting that tower. Shadow Fiend not actually stand on the high ground just yet. It does have the Ags, but I'll probably wait for that. The Fish is still the last two. There's only one problem with this. He has no way of reaching the targets. They have to come to him in every regard. There's defensive, and then there's this. This is just full-on defensive. And they're smoked up with old Chicken and Faith. They're going to lead with CTY. Just keep the pressure on. Maybe look for a slip-up on PPX. They try and move forward to stop this push. Perhaps they'll let it very slowly go on. Oh, here comes the Wild Wing Rippers again. They see the ward, and oh, they use up the Wild Wing. They'll stop that annoyance. It's like they're just toying with them at this point. Oh, E-Home, they get the swap. Straight on Loon, they push her back into the base, but they'll drag her out again. Is she coming? Is she going? She's going all the way to hell. Oh, hook shot in on the marble here. Pretty low. To steal by Rubik. He won't get the Requiem off. They're going to kill off the Dragon Knight as well. They're moving for more. Earth Spirit stuns up onto 2. Rolling away, but can't do it as Clockwork gets in front of him. He's going to die after getting magnetized off. Or will he make his escape? Oh, we've done it. They've got in the base. They will lose the Aegis, but they're not done pushing by a long run. They'll be able to get the tier 3 down here. Probably push for the mid one as well. 10 seconds until the lineup of PPX are up. Do they hang around and fight on the side of E-Home? With these earned charges, very well likely, to be honest with you. Old Chicken getting a little bit low is the big concern right now. You're out. Well, you got one more earned charge. You will be able to heal them up, and then you'll probably be able to hang in here. GG gets called. In the end, they've had enough. PPX decide there's only so many times you can get abused before you don't want any more. They tap out. E-Home take it. Because very convincingly, in fact, 2-0 is the score in the end. Ridiculous. The Venge just had great control of that off lane. The rotations were fantastic. The combo, the Clockwork Ancient Apparition worked out fantastically. It seemed like Darkseer just kept getting slipped up on those tree lines and caught in the cogs. And then the mid lane, Dragon Knight just way too predictable from what I could see a lot of the time with his movements. Now, Shadow Fiend multiple times just slash in multiple razors, and well, we know what happens when a Shadow Fiend hits at least 2 razors. You're on the run, and if you're on the run, you're probably in range for the 3rd one. But in the end, I think they've really, the ceiling factor, the lane for a little bit. Old Chicken wasn't hesitant. He started moving around the map. He became the utility factor instead of just a core, and he pushed the lane so effectively, it snowballed out of control. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is that series done. eHome take it with a 2. And that will be PPX out of the competition. eHome will be going forward to the next round where they should be up against, I believe they'll be facing Sun Gaming. Sun Gaming, who were playing earlier to get and lost to Rock. Flashbacks, and eHome will stomp them, or maybe they can come back and make eHome look like the under par team. But you'll have to wait until the 28th to find out about that one. We've got one more match later today, and that is going to be the Team Doggy versus SQG. And that's going to start at 7 o'clock in the afternoon, Central Eastern time, Central Europe time. But guys, until then, guys, it's Killer Pigeon signing out. Sayonara.